then we wouldn't have to close.
Mhm.
And I guess my point on that is, if we don't go with this suggestion, what did we spend $20,000 for?
Well, that was one suggestion.
But when we look at all the numbers, and fiscal responsibility is one of the big things we're always hit with, how do we, and we know the survey is not favorable in our favor of getting it passed, especially when we're looking at the number we're looking at here now in this slide. How are we being fiscally responsible if we wait and it doesn't pass? That's my main concern.
We can afford to wait. We're in that position now. But,
But are people gonna wanna come in and put their kids in a school district when they see what we've done to a community?
Have we done it?
Yes. I think we've been, I mean, my mind is completely different than your mindset on it, but we've been saying all along to the community, no decisions have been made. Minds aren't made up. We're gonna look at all the facts. And yet last December, you told me yourself that we'd be closing the Randall School.
I did. Huh?
Yes. And you also mentioned it over a year ago at Lincoln, when we were first talking about banding, that would be the way to go. You didn't say
Oh,
what
come
to
on,
have
Sharon.
it. I'm serious.
I think you're putting words in my mouth.
No, when I asked you about staying on as board chair one more year, you were, I'm sure in your mind, being kind to me and saying, I don't think that's a good idea for you to be the board chair the year we're gonna close the Randall School.
I don't recall that
Well, I do
conversation. that
very
way. Yeah,
carefully.
I'm sure. So let me ask you this then. I mean, we haven't, Randall's been sending kids to Pillager long before we even had this discussion. So
Randall's
how are
been
we
doing that
doing
for
this
40
to
years.
Randall? Right, but how are we doing this to Randall? If every kid in Randall sent their kids to Dr. Knight, we might not even be having this conversation.
Well,
But they
maybe
were
if they were
concerned
allowed by
about
their
bullying.
zip code to put their kids in the school,
Yeah,
it would have
yeah.
helped
And
too.
we've already debunked that.
Yeah, after the fact.
In any specific order, South School District property. Mark and Chris, we've talked about this quite a bit. It's one-time revenue. How many vacant sellable lots do we have across our district?
Well, depends on what you do with the facility, but if you looked at it right now, you could say the 3 acres south of the high school where that gravel parking lot is that we've been talking
Oh,
about.
yeah, for Habitat.
Partnership with Habitat, which would be a sale of the land from, that would be one. There's some land out by fairgrounds. There's a 10-acre parcel out there. That we've had some conversations with the party about already. They'd be interested in that. And then there's the land that's north of the zoo.
It's 40 acres.
Yep.
Is it that much?
But it's
It's
swamp.
40 acres. It's
Oh,
40
that's what we
acres,
go to the high school on.
but about an acre of swamp, or an acre of buildable
Yeah.
site. So it would be really good for somebody who wanted maybe some wetland area.
Alligator farm.
Help us with our disruptive too.
Property by Lincoln.
Well, the property by Lincoln all serves as the playground space right now, so that'd be a tough thing to sell. There is the lot across the street, or if you say across the street from the student arena, that big
Oh, yeah.
15 acres or 14 acres, whatever it is over there.
Is that what, is supposed to be that outdoor schooling?
The outdoor classroom that Mr. Close set up.
Mhm.
And, you know, you'd have to really think about whether or not you want to give up that kind of a space if you did have some future growth or what that would look like. So you wanna,
It's one time only. And what's the one thing property never does? Go down in value. the age of our school buildings, it's not necessarily in the immediate future, but sometime 15, 20 years down the road, we're gonna need to build a new building. Whenever that is, I don't honestly know, but if we sell all that land now, we give up all of our possibility of selling that land in the future to help offset the cost of building a new school versus just selling it now to try and buy some more time before having